Now, before I get into this, I'm going to watch this Lil Nas X new video, the rapper video about, it's called J Christ. And I just want to warn you, if these things offend you, if you feel you shouldn't be watching them, or you feel you shouldn't be listening because I'll be describing them, to obviously don't watch, don't torment yourself, but I want to react and I want to see it fresh so that I can give you my fresh reaction. Obviously, you'll remember Lil Nas X put out that video where he went to hell, and what did he do? It was called Montero, is that what it's called? And he was dressed very provocatively, and he went down a pole into hell, and he gave Satan a lap dance, which my feeling was, it's probably predictive. And he also pushed a line of Satan-themed sneakers that featured a pentagram and an inverted cross, and boasted about having a drop of real human blood. So this is now going to be his Jesus Christ thing, so we can be sure it's going to be blasphemous and ugly. And the only point I want to make before I watch it is, remember too that this too is reaction. I've been saying for many, many years that we're going to have a revival of religious feeling, and it's going to come down from the intellectual top. Now, it's obviously not going to come down from the universities because they're not the intellectual top anymore. They're a bunch of DEI hires who wouldn't know culture from a hole in the wall. But the people who truly think, the people who are intellectuals and reasoning people and well-read people are going to suddenly realize what I've been telling you, that the excuse for atheism, the materialist science, has vanished, that it is now time to start to reconsider the fact that the Bible describes everything accurately, and that is a revolution going to happen. So as that happens, you're going to see more blasphemy, more attempts to shout that down because they feel it coming, and it's going to wipe these guys away and make them irrelevant, which they already are. So Lil Nas X desperately wants attention, and this is the best way to get it, because he understands he's doing something that people care about. So let's watch this video and I'll listen into. So for those of you who can't see it, people are in white or ascending the stairway to heaven. Very beautiful path. Guy looks like Obama. Guy looks like Kanye. Lil Nas X, J Christ, it says. There's kind of a ziggurat tower at the top of it. Yeah. And so he's dressed in a white, like a woman's dress. He looks like a girl. He's got a thing, a necklace on that says sex. And to be honest with you, the lyrics, which I'm reading off a sheet, are just about him. Very gay, very femme. He's in hell from the last video. And now there's a battle between the devil and his, I assume, his sneakers. They always sell those sneakers. Don't forget to sell the sneakers. So they're having a basketball game, and the guy in white puts the ball through the golden hoop, dressed as a cheerleader. I'm saying this for if you're not watching it. Very, very effeminate, very gay, and now he's Jesus, of course, crucified. What he's talking about, because it's impossible to understand, is his own career and how it's been a quiet year and now he wants attention again. Basically, that's what he's saying. So this is less actually coherent than his devil video. This is less coherent than his devil video because this is basically, now he's Noah, I don't know. Because this is basically just him being gay in Bible stories. That's basically what it is, and it's really there just to offend you. And I can tell you exactly what's going to happen to this guy in real life, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to, because it's cruel. But he's obviously in trouble. He's obviously in big trouble. Good special effects of the flood. So this is Noah's Ark, flashing from Noah's Ark to Jesus. So I guess it's the kind of the flood is the apocalypse, maybe. That's the best I can do for you. Day 0, it says. A new beginning. All right, so all the bad stuff has been washed away. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come, which is 2 Corinthians, written and directed by Lil Nas. So obviously, this is a kind of interesting video because it's not as cynical in some ways as the devil video. It actually, if I were a psychiatrist, I would say it was a cry for help. Seriously. I mean, this is a guy obviously lives for and by the attention that he gets. He gets the attention by offending conservatives, by having people get shocked. Already, Christian rappers have come out very upset that he's doing this because, of course, it's going to suck all the air out of the room. He's going to get all the attention, and people are going to say, it's also, by the way, like almost all rap music, it's just trash. It is just absolute trash. That repetitive, dull, unmoving music. The lyrics, I mean, I can read them to you, but they don't mean anything. What they really say is basically he is making a comeback like Jesus after being out of the public eye, or not so much as the public eye ever since he did that video. And he says, you know what I'm on a break. You know when I'm back, it's all for take. You know that I'm ready for everything. You know when I play, it's all for keeps. So it's basically about him. It's about him as being resurrected. And the reason I say it's a cry for help is because ultimately, if you are a believer, does this have any effect on you? Is this going to hurt you? Is this going to harm you? Is it going to harm God? You know, I mean, really, is it going to harm God? God is sitting there watching, oh, wow, I wish he hadn't made that video. Is it going to lead anyone who knows anything, who has any thought in his head, any feeling in his head, away from salvation, away from Christ? No, it's going to have no effect except in the press. And so I'm glad I watched it. You know, I'm sort of in my head, I'm sort of thinking, should I have even put that on? Should I have even given it any attention? But no, I think, you know, culture is where I think it's at right now. And I think that this is actually a sign of change for the better. And I think it is a reaction. I think just like the ardent, urgent attempts to censor Jesus out of people's lives. So you make a Johnny Cash movie, a biopic, but you cut Jesus out of there because you don't want him to speak. They don't even want him to be seen. They don't even want him to be heard. So powerful is the name above all names that they will not speak it. They cut it out. Nobody says grace at dinner on anything but any show but Blue Bloods. Nobody, you know, no movie is about God. No movie questions God. No movie wrestles with the issues that come up when you deal with God. And so the only people left to talk about God are people who, you know, are discussing whether a calendar with pretty girls on it is interesting. And I'm sorry, but I don't think that that's why the creator of heaven and earth allowed himself to be incarnate and destroyed so that people wouldn't look at calendars with pretty girls. I do not think that that was what the Gospels are basically moving towards. So I actually think this is a desperate move, a desperate idea. And kind of like I said, that Trump is the reaction to something. I think this is the reaction to something that is not quite visible yet, but is just around the horizon, which is that faith is going to make a comeback. Man, that guy is brilliant. If you want more like that, like and subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show wherever you get your podcasts.